What's good, guys? Your boy, Mr. Old School Rider. Come back at you one more again on Hey, Use Your Inside Voice with singer-songwriter Miss Kasarena on a What's Playing Now Music Spotlight from Houston, Texas. What's going on, Miss Lady?
I am awesome. So happy to be here. So happy to meet you and be on the podcast. Thank you for having me. How
We
you
do
doing today?
appreciate you. I'm doing pretty good, doing pretty good. I finally got some of my Texas folks on the podcast from Houston, of course, holding down.
H-Town.
So we're just gonna ask you a few questions. I didn't get a chance to come to Houston like earlier this year to chop it up with you guys. I had to other things came up, of course, but luckily you're here. So tell the people who you are.
I'm Kasarena Baptiste. I'm a singer-songwriter born and raised in Houston, Texas. From as long as I can remember, I've loved music. It's always been a way for me to express myself and to just relax and get away.
All right. Like we used to do in the old days at church, I'm gonna let you have the floor for a little bit. Just gonna ask a couple of the questions, then I'm gonna let you loose on this. So, Castle, right now, do you have any people in your family that has like a musical background, or is it just you?
No, it's not just me. My mom, she's a singer. My grandma sings. I actually remember singing when I was younger in the choir with my mom. My dad was the choir director. My brothers, they are musically inclined as well. I feel like we were all influenced by music. There's not a day that I don't listen to music. And I remember a time when I was younger where it was music nonstop for me. I've always been a writer first, but music was just that way that I was able to really expand my writing, and I just love it.
All right. What type of writing do you normally do when it comes to music?
It just depends. So I started out writing poetry. Well, okay, I started out writing in my journal or my diary, and then as I went to school for writing, I was more into poetry and creative writing. I could do all styles of writing, but I feel like it's the poetry that really transcends my music. It gives me another way to tell stories and express myself in that lyrical way.
All right. Yeah, you've been doing your thing for a little while. I kind of have to go all the way back on your social media just a little bit, but yeah, you've been at this thing for a good while, right?
I have been. I've been singing since I was younger, but recently, I want to say within the last 7 years, I've really been taking it seriously and really developing my craft. Social media really doesn't show everything that I've done because I'll sometimes go in just to take off a few things to kind of reinvent my pages, but it's a process and I've enjoyed the journey this far.
Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with reinventing yourself. Sometimes you kind of got to do it, or you're gonna get stale.
You got to, you have to, especially when as an artist, I feel like I'm always creating and developing myself, my style, my sound. And so sometimes you go in and you like that, does that look like who I'm trying to um what I'm trying to put out at this time? And just staying fresh, like you said, and really wanting to make my social media and what I put out represent me.
Yeah, I noticed you don't have any type of drama or craziness on your social media. That's what
Oh
I like
no,
about people.
no. That's how I am in life. I'm very chill. I'm more so to myself. I can, go there if I have to, but usually I don't have to. And I much rather use other means that's not all dramatic. I just can't do it for my peace.
Oh yeah, it just seems like whenever you get on social media, it's like automatic drama for whatever reason. They find the simplest thing is to get upset about.
Yeah, I don't know. I even take breaks away from social media just because if it's too much at a time, I'm like, I just have to focus on this thing. I can't really have too much in my ear that's negative or not what I need to put my attention on. And I always wonder, like, what are people thinking? Because I just don't live there. I don't live in that headspace. So sometimes it's hard for me to relate, but I have been there. There have been times where I was, you know, very angry for whatever reason at a time. And, you know, that just becomes a place for you to vent because that's what you have. So, I mean, I think it's cool if you having fun and that's your personality and you just bringing that out. But I just can't do a lot of just chaos and drama. That's just too much for me.
Oh, you're most understandable, you know. Yeah, I noticed you take like I know you're doing stuff in the background, you're just not showing everybody what you got going on, which is understandable, you know. But that's cool. So let me ask you some other questions on this. I'm gonna let you, you know, do your thing on this. So are you from Houston or are you from somewhere else?
I'm from Houston, born and raised in Houston, Texas.
Yeah, I'm from Dallas. Okay. Oh, that's all right.
I saw
Yeah.
that you were from Dallas and you're in Atlanta now.
Yeah, Atlanta was actually one of the last places on earth that I wanted to be, but you know, the money, like, you know what? Let me see what they talking about. I like it kind of slow. It reminds me of Houston. You know, actually, Atlanta and Houston is actually similar. I know Houston is just a little bit more wide open. You know,
In
like
what
space wise,
ways?
like space, like you can get around easier.
So I went to Atlanta once, and it was very spacious. I could say that it was a lot of hills and it was a lot of land. I really didn't know how to get around, but Houston is kind of like that. But we have a lot. We don't have as much open roads. It's a lot
I
of
mean,
mid. What do you
oh,
mean?
no, what I actually, you can go ahead and speak. I'm sorry, I was about to say something, but go ahead and
No,
do
I
your
was
thing.
gonna
I'll
say
say
it's a
something.
lot of suburban areas. Like it's a lot of movement. You do have those places where you can get away and it's more free space, but it's a lot of city as well, which is what I love.
Mm.
And maybe when I was in
See?
Atlanta, I didn't get a chance to see as much as I wanted to, but I really just saw most of the open road. Like it was cool. It was like um black excellence everywhere I went. It was just happy black people, which I love.
How long ago has it been since you've been up here?
It's I want to say at least 3 years.
So you basically came before the pandemic,
Maybe
basically,
even
right?
4 years. It was before COVID. Yes.
Yeah, I came out here at 19 myself, but yeah, I got a taste of the good stuff before the war ended at the time. But it's coming back around right now, actually. Can
How
you
is
hear me?
that been though there?
Say what?
How is you say what's coming back around?
You know, everything was live and jumping before COVID came through
Mhm.
a few years ago. You know, everybody, people died and stuff like that, which is understandable. You know, some people want to play it safe, which I understand. But actually, during the COVID, Atlanta was barely shut down.
Mhm.
Man, it was lit out here.
It wasn't like that in Texas. I didn't see that. I was ducked off, and when I would go out, people were chilling, and I like that because I just didn't know what to expect, and I actually had COVID, so it wasn't nothing
Oh
to play with
no!
at all. Yes.
What? Did you recover pretty quick, or did it
No,
take a while for you to do that?
I was sick for a whole month.
Woo!
I had COVID a whole month.
Man, that is
And then
something else.
I had after the cold and flu symptoms were gone, I would have these headaches and I would
Mm.
just try to run and just do different things that you would normally do when you're not feeling well to get rid of it. And those lasted for a few weeks after everything else was gone. But now I'm good. I haven't had COVID lately. It's just, that's why I was happy that in the beginning we were more cautious.
Mm. Yeah, I used to travel back and forth between Atlanta and Houston, Dallas, and I say Houston, between Dallas and Houston, I used to travel maybe like a few times a month. But lately I kind of been slowing down a little bit because all the other stuff kind of got in the way. That was one reason I kind of missed the music festival. I had other stuff they got in the way, but hopefully I'll be down there in Houston sometime next month. Hopefully, I keep saying that, but I do need to get down there. I got to interview some of you other guys as well. There's a lot of talent down there as usual in Houston, of course. So since you're from Houston, what influenced you from Houston to make an impact on your music?
Influences from Houston?
Yeah.
Man. I would have to state the obvious. We had Destiny Child. We had, that was Kelly, Michelle, Beyonce. And before it was just Destiny Child. I want to say LaToya Luckett. I don't remember all of their names, but
I think Latavia was on there as well. We can't forget about her. She was on that too, I believe.
What's her name?
I think Latavia. I think it's Latavia.
Latavia.
I'm not saying that right. I know I'm not pronouncing it correctly, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we had some great R&B down there for a long time too, in Houston too.
You said they were here for a while?
I said we had some great R&B came out of Houston for a long time too. You guys doing your thing down on the singing part and rap.
I love it. I love it just because I'm used to hearing the great singers from here. But mostly Houston is rappers. And even when I go out, people are like, do you rap? Do you rap? But I love seeing more R&B artists come out and singers really doing their thing as well.
Do you rap a little bit? I know you got it. I know I'm gonna make it. I'm not making freestyle today, but I'm gonna make a freestyle next time.
I'd much rather use my vocals. I love just playing with my voice. And sometimes, I don't know, if I could find a way to freestyle and still feel like I'm super feminine and I'm just not hard, then I'd do it.
Oh yeah, the rappers in Houston, you gotta come with your A game down now. You can't be rapping any kind of way. You will get roasted. Most definitely.
You already know.
They do it up here in Dallas. I know they're gonna do it. I know they do it in Houston. I know. I ain't finna let you slide. So being like an R&B singer / songwriter, who do you identify with from back in the day? Your style?
I don't identify with anybody in terms of my style. I'm always working to cultivate my own style and find my own individuality. I have so many artists that I love that I still listen to this day from back in the day. It's so many to name, Whitney Houston, Luther Vandross, Maxwell, Jagged Edge, Anita Baker. I love Alicia Keys, Mary J. Blige. It's just so many great artists. New Edition, Charlie Wilson, Tony Braxton, Monica Brandy, Tyrese, Brian McKnight.
Oh yeah, Brian McKnight's one of my all-time one of my all-time favorites. Brian McKnight.
Brian McKnight. Earth, Wind, and Fire. I could go on and on with just singers and songs that just made me feel like I can just take those songs with me every day. Those songs you go to your family reunion and they start playing and you like, man, every time I hear this, it's just never, I just love this music. And that's the type of music that I aspire to make.
I heard that. Some timeless music. That's a good music right there. Timeless. Okay. All right, we're going to ask some other questions on this right now. So we talked about the l.o.u.d Fest. The l.o.u.d music event back in June, right? June 4th.
It was June 4th through the 6th, because I want to say we had that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday session. So yeah.
Yeah, I Yeah, I was almost there, but I had to end up going. I had to end up turning back around. Something came up. Oh my dang! I was almost there. I don't fly. I pretty much drive. Everywhere I go. So how was it?
It was awesome. Like when I first got there, I know people like make things seem like it's not hard, but we literally stood outside for some time before we got in. And that in itself, you think it'll make you turn around because we was all lined up. But once you got in, it was just everything. There were so many people there that were excited to be there. They were supportive. We were all feeding off of each other's energy because it was just a bunch of, hungry artists that were really open to networking and just putting themselves out there. It was awesome. 97.9 The Box was there. Like, that's a local radio station here. We had so many other people who came from different radio stations, podcasts, labels. It was just awesome. Like, I hadn't been like to something like that in so long. I don't think I've ever been to an event like that where it was so many people that were just supporting each other. It was nothing but love, and you just could feel the positive energy. It was definitely
Oh,
an event that I hope that we continue to have, and that was like no other.
oh yeah. Yeah, I had some of
We're
my equipment
working.
sent down. Yeah, yeah, I had some of my equipment sent. I had some of my stuff sent down, but I had to go ahead and just make a quick detour. Yeah, I was gonna have one of my relatives to, help me out, but I had to turn around.
You
But
gotta
of
make the
course, I
next.
got.
You gotta make the next one. I want to say Loud Music put that event on, and I know that they're working to do some other things. And um, Dorsey, her name is Dorsey. She's my PR.
Hmm.
She was talking about doing an event in Atlanta that she was
Uh
supposed to be
oh.
present for.
That's
So
supposed
they
to be.
may even be.
That's supposed to be a secret, ain't
I don't
it?
know. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think it's
happening.
a secret. I think that from when I was there and talking to the different people that I was networking with, that's their goal, that they're wanting to go to different places and do that same event to bring other people in. If we tell
Oh
a
yeah, I'll try.
secret,
I'll try
you
to.
better mute this out.
Oh, hey, they're gonna be all right.
Go in
Yeah,
and
I try to. Yeah, I try to convince some people like, hey, y'all need to come to Houston. I be hitting them up in the DM like, hey, Atlanta needs you out here. You need to come on down. It'll be crazy when you come out here.
I would love to see what the
But
Atlanta music scene is
I think
like.
they're gonna figure it out.
It'll be cool to see that.
Oh, whatever you heard about, whatever you heard about in Atlanta, it's like 3, 4 times there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not even going front. Yeah, I've been doing this music thing just for a look. I've been doing the music thing just for a little bit. My podcast is a core podcast where we talk about music, authors, life, mental illness, and stuff like that. But yeah,
I
I've
just
been
want
on
to.
the music scene for like a year on this one. Can you hear me real good?
I can hear you. You were talking
Hmm?
about the music scene. I just want to shout out to my auntie. I seen her comment.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Oh yeah, do your shout out real quick. Do your thing.
Hey, auntie, love you.
Oh, her name starts with a K as well. Okay. What's it, Carisha? Carissa?
Carissa.
Carissa. I'm doing good today. All right.
But I haven't
That work
heard
right
anything
there.
bad
So we
about.
got some other questions on here. We already talked about the social media part.
And I was gonna say I haven't heard anything bad about the Atlanta music scene. It would just be interesting to.
No, it's a good thing. Yeah, it's very interesting out here. Different people have like their little music, have their music events and things like that. They do it pretty big out here. I got to give it to them on that part. And I'm glad Houston's pretty much doing the same thing right now.
Yeah.
So what we was talking about on the social media part? I see you are kind of like an adventurous person. You like you take risk. What's up with that?
What's up with being adventurous? That's the
Yeah, I
only
see you
way to
take risks on
live.
social media. I see
Yeah, that's the only way to
that's
live.
the only way to live.
That's the only way to live. You know, taking risk and just doing the things that you've wanted to do that you probably I've always been adventurous though. Like even since I was a little girl, I wasn't really into dolls and stuff like that early on. I just would be outside, you know, riding horses and stuff and in the wilderness. And I always used to be like, I wonder what it'll be like to climb mountains and jump off of planes. And now I'm be a little more
Whew.
hesitant, but those are still things that I love doing, like just taking risks. I haven't jumped out of airplane yet, but that's on my list.
Me either. I don't even want to jump off the porch over it. I'm gonna stay level.
You want to jump off nothing? No, I think it's great. I
Yeah,
think
I'm kind of fear the heights. I'm kind of fear the heights a little bit.
I feel like everybody does. You know those rides that take you all the way to the top, and then you looking down, and it's like, oh my goodness, if I fall off of this, I feel like everybody feels that way about height. When looking down, you know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I cannot be this high. Don't look down. Don't look down. And then it jolts you all the way down, and it's like, why did I do this? But then after you do it,
Oh my goodness.
like I can look at that and say, man, I went all the way to the top. Yeah,
So let me ask you this: Have you been? Have you been to Vegas? Have you been to Vegas?
I have never been to Vegas.
This was the last time I got on some type of ride that was kind of high. I usually go to a hotel called Circus Circus. It's like one of the oldest hotels in Vegas. Basically,
Hmm.
it's like a circus. I guess it's shaped like a circus almost, but it's like huge. They have like a amusement park on the inside. It's for like kids, but some adults can get in on the inside. Yeah, the
Okay.
last time, oh man, I'm gonna get roasted for this one, but the ride wasn't that high, but I got on a roller coaster. It wasn't that high, but I almost lost my glasses. I had to catch my glasses real quick. Man, that scared the heck
How
out
did
of me.
you
I'm
do
like,
that? How did you
whoa!
get your glass?
This
How
was
did
like a
you do
long
that?
time ago. I'm like, man, this is high. And I looked up, I'm like, man, this ain't that high. Man, I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm staying ground
Don't
level.
tell
I
me
ain't
it was
flying, I
like
ain't
two
doing nothing.
floors or something.
I think so. But it had a little loop, it had a little loopy loops and all that, so it was just doing extra stuff.
I got you.
But it was cool. I used to love riding that ride whenever I go there. But the last time I did that, I'm like, man, never again. I saw my glasses. I caught my glasses like in midair. I'm like, oh, I can't lose these. I caught them and I put them in my pocket. I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this. I ain't getting on nothing that move around high like that. I
No,
think it's
I
like
feel
maybe a
you
couple
on that.
stories or less, probably.
I feel you on that. Sometimes it can
Yeah, I
make
think
you a little nauseous.
it turned, yeah, it turned me into a chicken that day. I guess I found out I'm getting older, and it was over, unfortunately. So we got a
And
couple more questions left. We getting close to end on this, Rick. I'm sorry, what
okay.
you saying?
I was gonna say, look at Will Smith.
We got some other questions.
Go check out his Instagram.
What did he do?
He he is always doing something adventurous. I feel like it just keeps you young,
Hmm.
keeps
That's
you
true.
ready.
Yeah, I'm still adventurous too. Yeah, I'm still adventurous to a certain extent, but I gotta keep it ground level for a little bit and try to figure it out again. So we're getting pretty much at a certain point of the show. So since we're a car platform and since you from Houston, how's the car scene for you down there?
How is the car scene?
How's the car scene for you in Houston down there?
The car scene in Houston? I can't hear you.
Yes. It must be a
Um,
delay. Hold on one second. What about now?
I can hear you now. How is the car scene
Yeah,
in
I
Houston?
was, for you, since we're a car platform, I had to ask that question since you're in Houston.
The car scene in Houston, we normally have the slabs with the blades and the fifth wheel in the back, but
Oh, yeah.
the candy colors and everybody
Oh,
just
man. All right.
ride and link up and show off their cars. That's our scene here in Houston.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of like I guess it pretty much plays the influence on the music down there, the car scene. Pretty much y'all go together, the music and the cars. So
Exactly.
it comes together so nice. All right, I got just another car question. What was your first car coming up?
My first car was a Mazda Protege.
Ooh, what year?
Oh my goodness, I don't even remember that. I don't remember the year of the car.
So, do you have any type of story regarding that particular car?
A story to that car.
Yeah, I know you gotta have something. I saw those miles. Hey, it be like that.
That car was given to me, or it was given to me and the person that I was with at that time by a family member. And we just rode that car out. And I want to say we traded it out eventually. And then the second car I had was a Chrysler 300. And so that Mazda got us there.
Oh, yeah, that's what's up right there. I was gonna say you could put some swings on it or some blades or something on there, but
It
I got
wouldn't
you.
work.
I know you kept it
It
plain
would.
Jane.
It wouldn't
Hey,
have
listen.
worked.
You in Houston, everything works down there. You see stuff on social media, everything works. But
I
I
just
know if you, it's
wouldn't
not
have.
gonna work for you.
Yeah, no.
Not sure it be like that. So it's pretty much a music question. So what would you suggest for somebody that want to get into music?
To be intentional, be intentional and know that what you want to do with music, with your music, in the music industry. Know that it's a business and know that with everything you're cultivating yourself, you're cultivating your style, your sound. And it's true, like they always say, you get all of these no's, but the no's are good because the no's also direct you and they keep you in a place where you're able to flow the best way you possibly can in your craft. And you just have to know where you're headed and know who you are and know what you want to put out there and how you want to present yourself. And as long as you stay focused in that, you can do anything you set your mind to.
Yeah, that's facts on that. You gotta overcome the objection sometimes. You're gonna get the no's, but then yes, actually those no's help you quite a bit, like you said. It makes you better.
Yeah, it makes you better and it makes you get in this space where you like, okay, they said no, what do I need to do? How do I need to redirect? And what do I want out of that? What did I want?
Yeah, you gotta know the reason why you're in it, you know what I'm saying? For your satisfaction and everything. But like you said before, and like I know, it's a business. You gotta treat it as such. You can still have your fun, but you gotta treat it like as a business, regardless of the industry that you're in, but you gotta treat it like that.
If you don't know why you in it, then I don't feel like you last as long as you can.
Yeah, you're right about that. So let me ask you on this one, are you independent or you with somebody right now?
Right now, I'm independent. I'm
So I
independent.
know it's a little bit more work into it, right?
Yes. It's everything. You're your own publicist, your own stylist, your creative advice, your sound. You're directing every aspect of your I'm directing every aspect of my music career, but I love it because it gives me that creative control and it allows me to put myself out there in a way where I'm still in training, which I feel like I'm always going to be learning no matter how old I am, but we're all learning, we're all developing. And so I remember when I was signed to a label, and that was one of the things that was a drawback for me. I didn't have as much creative control with how I sounded, what I sung, how I dressed, how I looked. And so, again, going back to that business mindset, being independent allows me to really wrap my mind around that and take my music where I want it to go.
Oh man, I like that. That is good. So, do you do your own producing as well? Or do you kind of let somebody do that sometimes?
I wish I I have a producer. I have worked with different producers. My most recent project, my album, Chris Keys produced, and I do go in the studio and kind of know how I want the song to sound, and I'm playing with different tones or melodies. But when it comes to producing, I need help with that. I'm not there where I'm doing that now.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, certain people can cultivate your sound for you. Just get them, kind of get them the guideline and your idea. They'll put it together and it'll come out perfect.
I agree.
The songs that you sent me, I don't know who did those, but those hidden.
You said it was it.
They hidden. I like
Thank you.
that. They did that. You know, with
Thank
the
you.
combination of your voice and the beat, yeah, they did that.
Yes, yes. Chris Keys is nice. I love the piano background and that, you get the beat in it as well, and it's smooth and sultry. And those are the type of songs that I like to sing on and really just bring my energy and my sound to as well. I was able to pick out the tracks that I wanted to sing to and write to them. Usually, when I'm doing that, I'm listening for the lyrics as I'm listening to it. And I just fell in love with those tracks and had to sing on them.
Oh yeah, the song that you sent, I mean, sent the ones I was listening, yeah, the I can't even say crescendo. You hit that one right there.
Man. So
You know,
I
that's
was
what I had to shorten it. I had to shorten the post on that. I'm like, that took me out right there. I was convinced.
yeah. So in that song, if my heart could have made a sound, that's what it was.
Now, some people DM me about it, but they like the way you say crescendo. I can't sing it, but I'm like, bro, they did it for me right there. Say she did that. I'm like, yeah, she did it.
I
They took me
appreciate
out this way. They took me out. Yeah, you did that. So what you have coming up right now? Pretty soon.
my album Diamond is coming out. I'm releasing it as we speak. I'm 2 singles in.
Mm.
Release With You and They Don't Know, 2 singles from the album. And I'm just going to continue to release singles within the year and leading into the beginning of the year. Look out for some videos, look out for some live music. Yeah.
Are you gonna try to do you like a mini tour? Or you gonna keep it in Texas
Or
for right now?
I want to stay in Texas for right now. I would love to tour in the future. I'm still really trying to get a feel for what we're doing right now with COVID and just putting my music out there. But yes, I'd love to tour in the future.
And in Texas being so big, you really don't have to leave Texas to be real about it. Sure, you can make all your money in Texas and still make an impact.
For sure.
I didn't seen it too many times, like with different artists and stuff like that. So, do you have any? What's your final thoughts at this time?
My final thoughts. You can find me on social media. My music is on all streaming platforms. Kasarena Baptiste. Look out for What You They Don't Know. My social media, Kasarena Baptiste, KB, K.B.royalty. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. I'm everywhere. Follow me.
Mm.
Let me know what you think about my music. Make sure you look out for the new singles that are coming out. Make sure you just show love.
Oh yeah, show love, people. You know, we gotta blow this up. Of course, on Mr. Oh yeah, let me pop back on the screen here real quick.
Yeah, I was missing
So
you. I was just looking at myself the whole time.
now this is your interview. You know what I'm saying? They know how I look. They know I'm a houseman and everything. They know. They don't need to see me every time. But like I
Okay,
said before,
okay.
my social medias are misteroldskoolryder, which is on YouTube and Instagram the same way. And of course, my Twitter is o_rider. I don't do stuff on there, but I'm on there. You know what I'm saying? But I do most of my stuff on YouTube and IG. Do you have a YouTube page?
I have a YouTube.
Oh,
Kasarena
tell them that
Baptiste.
one. Oh, it's all the
Kasarena
same?
Baptiste. The spelling of my name is down underneath.
Yes, ma'am. You're right about that. We're going to end this live here shortly, but stay on for me. Don't disconnect, and we're going to chop it up real quick. But other than that, we're over and out. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this live and also my channel and also hers as well. Pretty much we done. Stay right there, Kasarena. Hang on 1 second.